What's up, YouTube? I'm Ben, this is Tyler. We are the One Shot Podcast, and if you clicked on this link, this is part 3 of our Saturday Suffering series. What is Saturday Suffering? Essentially, we've gotten soft. We've gotten old, we've gotten soft. We want to do something once a month that challenges us both mentally, physically, that's above and beyond what we would typically do in a normal workout. So that's what today is, Saturday Suffering. If you haven't seen the first 2, go back. I'm sure there's a link or something, however it all works. Yeah, they've been tough so far, but I think today might be the toughest one we've done to date. Ty, what are we doing today?
So I used to play football, Ben used to play, and leading up to training camp every year, there's one event that gets you probably more nervous than most games all season.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's the conditioning test. That is what everybody looks for on the calendar. Hey, what are we doing this year? Well, we decided that, hey, early NFL season, we're going to run through an NFL conditioning test with zero prep, and we're going to see how we do. So what we decided is there's multiple NFL conditioning tests out there. We chose one that we believe is the toughest, which is 16 110-yard sprints, and you've got to make it under a time allotment. In the NFL, skill positions have 16 seconds. The medium-sized guys, which is running backs, linebackers, tight ends, quarterbacks, running 18 seconds, and the big boys, O-line, D-line, have 20 seconds to make it. You then have a minute and 12 seconds in between, and then you get going. You got 16 of those, no extended breaks in the middle, and let's see what we can do. Now, if you do not make it within that time allotment, because we're just old regular dudes, for every time that you do not make it, there is a 10 burpee penalty. So at the end of it, then you've got to do burpees at the end if you don't make them. So the goal is to push ourselves, not at the sake of our hamstrings or quads, I think, but the goal is to push ourselves as hard as we can so we have as little burpees as possible. Kind of that's the test, right? The test is, hey, how hard can you push yourself in the moment, go through the pain, go through the suffering, so that you don't have the consequences at the backside of it.
Yeah, let's just be real. We're average dudes. You're about to laugh at us when we try to sprint here. That's what this is all about. Challenging ourselves, but giving you guys some entertainment a little bit at the end. It wouldn't be Saturday Suffering unless we added something. So yeah. The burpees are at the end. So hope you guys enjoy it. Laugh at our pain. Do the whole like, subscribe, that whole thing. And shout out to all the people watching this while taking a dump. Because I know you're out there. I know
yes.
That's you right there. I'm looking at you right there. See you guys in a bit.
To answer your question, I do not feel great about this, but I feel like there's something to prove after last month's winner, not a winner. But
we'll start.
I think the only one that's officially done this is Tyler. Tyler, being the NFL athlete that he is, I think he's probably done one of these before, but I don't know. Watching him run these is actually going to be probably pretty intimidating.
Are there any ways that Chris could cheat in this, or is it pretty cheat-proof?
Honestly, no, because I mean there's a pretty clear line where you start, pretty clear finish line, and we got Gia, who I trust probably more than anybody on the planet. My daughter is going to be counting out the clock, so I'll say this: if he can figure out a way to cheat, I mean, kudos to him, and we'll give it to him.
How'd the first 2 feel?
Not bad. But like Tyler said, it's probably false goal. Fool's gold.
Feels pretty good so far. Let's just start hitting. 30 seconds, boys. never pulled a hammy.
Did it just grab or did it fully go?
Yeah, no, it grabbed.
You okay?
Yeah. There, gun T.
I'm gonna roll it first.
Okay. Halfway done. Starting to feel a little bit. Still feel okay, but definitely not. It definitely tricks you those first 4 or 5.
Yeah, a little disappointed we lost one of our boys though. Got to mentally get myself right after that. But yeah, no, pretty locked in.
I think last rep we're gonna put Tyler on our shoulders, carry him to the finish.
Is that a 30-second time limit then? That's a big boy. Third quarter, head to the fourth quarter. When I get tired, I don't grab one of these. Well, at least not when I get physically tired. When I get mentally tired, I for sure do that. Jocko Go. HEB, Vitamin Shop, JockoFuel.com. You still gotta do burpees.
I may have to bank them for another day.
Easier or harder than you thought?
Well, it was much easier than I thought it was gonna be. But about we're at 14, hammy started locking, so that had a little challenge, but no. On paper, I thought that was gonna be the hardest one we did, but it ended up being the easiest. So we might have to throw something in here at the end just to make it hurt a little bit more. That wasn't enough.
I thought it was easier, but once you made 8, mentally I feel like it was harder because you're like, well, I came in thinking I was only gonna get half of them. Now you have to get the other half. So to try to really push it. So I thought it was mentally harder. I thought it was gonna be. Physically it was easier. But mentally, I'd already given up before it started. So to surpass it.
All right, episode 3, Saturday Suffering is a wrap. Unfortunately, we had a fallen brother today, a casualty. Ty had to pull up at about, what, rep 6?
6,
Yeah, hamstring started tightening up. Hey, we'd said at the beginning, we're old, right? We don't sprint anymore, so sometimes that
I
happens.
feel like you need to stop making excuses for me.
Well,
I was not prepared for this. I pulled my hamstring, and it is what it is. It's a different kind of suffering than I thought it was going to be today. It was, my pride was absolutely destroyed. 6 years in the NFL, 3 years of professional football before that, and not a single hamstring injury. And I come out with these clowns, and 6 reps in,
yeah.
it's gone.
Chris and I ended up finishing. We actually finished all
Crushed
of them
it,
in
yeah.
under the time allotment, so no burpees done today. You know, we led into this saying this would be the toughest one. Actually, in my opinion, it was the easiest one, other than the injury, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, it ended up being easy. But you know, that happens sometimes. You just put it on paper and you kind of try it, and you play it up in your head how difficult it's gonna be, and it ends up not being that hard. So it's all good.
That goes back to like what you guys always talk about, though. Is like you have to push yourself. Like you think that something's like so easy, like you wouldn't have done it if like we wouldn't have been out here. So it's like something that you think is really hard. You're like get out there and you're like, I've never pushed myself to do sprints or whatever. It's like, oh, I pushed myself and I actually succeeded.
Yeah, the other thing that I learned is, you finish your athletic career or, your younger years where sprinting's kind of a common deal. And here I am, almost 38 years old. I haven't sprint in a long time. I run all the time, but I haven't actually opened up. And that's something that I'm going to actually implement into my routine. Just realizing that, look, okay, I haven't done it and I hurt myself doing it. I need to prepare myself because who knows when in life when I'm gonna need to sprint.
Yeah, the NFL may come back calling. You never know.
Well, they call every other week. I just don't answer my phone.
Hope you enjoyed watching us suffer a little bit.
Hey, shout out though to Jocko and his products.
You ruined my ending, but
yeah, well,
go ahead.
You talk all the time, so let's share the wealth. So Jocko, hey, appreciate you. Jocko Milk for recovery. It's the best tasting, like ready to drink protein drink that I've ever had for sure. And then getting us up before is the Jocko Go Discipline. Great products. Go to your local HEB if you're in Texas. If not, find them online.
JockoFuel.com.
JockoFuel.com.
Vitamin Shop, all the good stuff.
Yeah.
The real winner today, since I guess we tied technically, but the real winner is Father Time.
Father Time.
And reminding us that we're old.
Yeah.
So appreciate you guys. Like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. See y'all next time.